several people have read some of the book, and I think they would like me to read from the island itself. So I'll start there. The Life and Sex Island. No, I don't think you'll have to pause this one.
Do you want to give us a little background on why you decided to write this book?
I had a lot of time on my hands. So, as I've said before, I didn't put any naughty words in there. When Casey was changing it to a PDF file, which everyone knows means pretty damn fast, if you look at it, you wouldn't think she's pretty damn fast. But she put all the naughty words in there. Okay.
Ted wouldn't want.
Huh?
And Ted wouldn't want.
No. Okay. And the book is Your Life in Sex Island, but the title of this chapter is just The Life in Sex Island. Okay, I lied. This chapter is not about life and sex. It is about economics, the dismal science. But if I had said that it was about economics, you wouldn't have read even this far. And well, economics is about life and sex. I could have called it Sex with Many Partners. It really got your interest. So I wasn't as dishonest as I could have been. Let's call that a virtue. I'll try not to be dismal, even though my confirmation name is Dismas. And what the hell? There is an island where there is life, and there must be sex. So maybe I only thought I lied. And trust me, Nixon, read my lips, push one. I'm going to cover in this one chapter everything important about economics that you need to know. The hell with diminishing returns, and elastic and inelastic demand. Satan takes capital, labor, and property. You already know all that BS. Henry George, Adam Smith, and that bunch spend chapters just defining capital until your eyes cross, your brain spins, and they still disagree with each other. They quibble till the stuff that you know from your pappy and mammy you don't trust anymore. The important stuff you've been lied to about so long and so often that you probably believe the damnable lie. I already told you that I lied too, so as you read this chapter, read like a skeptic. Don't let me get away with any BS. I'm going to get into some heavy stuff down a little ways, but I'm not going to dump all that manure on you all at once. I want you to get accustomed to the smell a little at a time, so you won't notice the odor so much when you are in it. A little fairy tale first. We are looking at a little island. Here's Defoe's Robinson Crusoe, or Golding's Lord of the Flies, only more civilized. This is Your Life in Sex Island. We've got 2 or 3 dozen little families living together peacefully here. They are each multi-talented, but still they each have become somewhat specialized. So one family digs wild potatoes, another catches crabs, Joe's kids dig clams, someone else spears mahi-mahi, there's Mike's the coconut man, and so on. Don't forget Terrell, everybody loves poi. The island's bounty seems sustainable. Nothing is being over-harvested, so it does not appear that they will go the way of Easter Island anytime soon. The population increases by 1 or 2 every decade or so. They have their own means of discouraging large families that are too embarrassing to talk about. Let's just say that their methods work. It was a very nice and peaceful island, peaceful tropical island, this Life and Sex Island. They had never discovered or invented fire, which was just as well because it was very little to burn. So they ate the fish sushi style with the raw coconut, and this too was just as well because they were very healthy. They slept in the open because there were no mosquitoes, and no crime, and no cold, and curiously, no rain. Only a heavy mist every night that watered all of the plants perfectly. In the middle of the island was a very tall, extinct volcano with a snow-covered caldera. The sides of the volcano were so steep that no one had ever attempted to climb it. The snow on the top of the volcano melted and ran into the caldera where it ran down a cave that had been formed by the lava. The water from the melted snow, fortunately, bubbled up through the sand in one spot, very near the beach. Creased fin water. And this is where, pay attention, there may be a test. Without fire and clay, they had never discovered or invented pottery. There was no clay on the island anyway, only sandy soil and degraded lava. Fortunately, plants eat air for solids and sunlight for energy to make themselves. The islanders carried carried their water in clam and coconut shells, not much at a time and no storage either. But they had learned to weave baskets and bras from grasses, roots, rushes, bark, leaves, and fish skins. The girls all wore bras because they wanted their breasts to look attractive as anyone else. Bras formed them into all desirable firm shapes. But they didn't wear anything down below. That's part of the secret of their birthday. And you can see what you're looking at. It don't look that good at first. It doesn't look down well to sushi. The people only had a few needs beyond food, water, and sex. They needed a few tools for dating, spearing, and weaving. They only had one real conceit. They all desperately wanted the tail feathers from the malarkey bird to admire and to decorate themselves with. Wondrous feathers they were, too. In the dark, they glowed bright yellow. In the sun, they glistened with all the colors of the visible light spectrum. The poor devils had never seen a rainbow and so did not know about the pot of gold at the end thereof. In addition to the malarkey feathers, boats were a desperate need. Everyone wanted a boat, even if they didn't fish. It was one of the few ways to get away from it all. All of the trees on the island were of the palm type, the wood of which was not very suitable for boat building. Some not very successful boats were made from rushes and bamboo, but the very best boats were laboriously carved from the mother rock, which was all light and foamy lava like strong, heavy styrofoam. Yeah, they didn't know what that was either. Those lava boats were good boats compared to the boat with rushes or bamboo, but very expensive. One had to gather a lot of coconuts or whatever to pay for one, or spend a lot of time learning know-how in the making of them. The barter system that they used sometimes caused problems. It was 2½ clams for 1 coconut, 1 mahi-mahi for 4 3/4 large potatoes, all kinds of different amounts for different things. So if you didn't have exactly the right things to trade, they had to memorize all of the things that they owed or were owed. They tried writing it in the sand on the beach, but the damn tide washed away all of their records. Sometimes clams were hard to find, and Joe wanted slightly more of what you had for each clam. Bartering and record keeping were becoming arduous, troubling, and troublesome. A couple of fist fights actually broke out. They needed a change. Fortunately, one of Joe's kids was a mathematical genius. This Joe's kid noticed that all around the island in the sand were hard, bright stones. Each stone was a single color. Bright, clear red, blue, yellow, etc. Most of these special stones were the size of a golf ball. Yeah, they of course had no damn idea what a golf ball was. I only use that comparison because the odds are quite good that you know what a damn golf ball is. The most abundant, though still rare, were the red stones. You would probably know them as rubies, and the green ones as emeralds. But what the hell? The red stone is just a red stone, though formed in the molten furnace of the volcano. Some red stones were bigger, some smaller certainly, but they could be reasonably estimated to have a specific relationship to each other by reasonable math, and the women who did most of the trading. So that was not a real problem. There were quite a few red stones, but very seldom would new ones appear. There were not too many and not too few, which means it was just about the right amount. Joe said, let us call these red stones rocks and use them as a medium of exchange instead of all this damn bartering all the time. You, of course, immediately recognize them as money. But fortunately for these...
So I have a question.
Yes.
So you went to the University of Wisconsin?
Yes.
Engineering degrees?
Yes, one.
How would you say that was applied in your texts and in your life? How do you see that bears fruit in how you look at government and life?
Well, someplace I say in here, I don't do right or wrong, I don't do good or bad, but I do know what works. And so my sole attitude here, my sole focus is on what works. I don't have a clue what's right